For the first time in a very long time, we have a new face in the Community Challenge ring. The Owlogram. A new contender, donning the Persian Civ in blue at the bottom of equal footing. And on the top, we have Sam Majeste, my 2v2 partner in the 2v2 tournament. And wow, and Boar Wrangler seems like. How did he manage this? How did he manage this? And he's going to kill it right next to the storehouse. This is fantastic. He's already gotten hunting dogs. Man, he is set up for like whatever raid he wants to do. He's set up. That's awesome. Good for him. Okay. Let me check my schedule, Control Priest. Let's see if we can do a next week. I think if I do it earlier in the morning, I can. But I think as it stands, I have a lunch date. Owl is a new contender. Seems like he's in love. He's actually he seemed doing pretty good. You know, standard opening build. He's scouting, right? He's scouting. That's good. So I think he's actually pretty good. I think he's pretty good. He's getting his storehouse on the wood. He's going to be going to the second age, I'm sure, anytime soon. No, just more villagers. Looks like he's going to go for a second town center. Don't I wish. Actually, on Thursday, I went out. I went to go get some tapas, like some Spanish tapas. That was an expensive day. You can just keep ordering, and it, like, the food just keeps coming, and it doesn't fill you up, but then you're down like $160 in the hole. Anyways. Owlogram at 14 villagers to the 13 of Sam. Sam's build order seems a little bit better, which is to be expected. He got like one of the best hunts you can get right off the bat, and had hunting dogs. So he has enough stone right now, but because of those hunting dogs, he really just doesn't have enough wood. So I'd love to see him like maybe move his villagers off of the stone right here, because he's over gathering stone, and then move them onto something else. Oh, looks like he's going to be moving them onto some food. Not a bad position, but not necessarily a good position either. Like either out in front here, protecting this food and this gold mine. And it seems like Owlogram thought the same thing. Yeah, Greeky, if you want to play, we can have you versus Eshwar. I don't mind that at all. Holy. That is not consensual. Something bad has happened to this boar. Uh-oh. I don't like it. Seems like the owl is missing some of his text. So let's go over, some tips for new players. Number one, I like the way that he is. He's building these storehouses, right? This is great. This is perfect. 1 unit away from whatever resource he's trying to get, which is great. Same thing here. Like your boars are quite close, but that is only half of the equation. We got handsaw that needs to be researched. We have hunting dogs that's important to research. You need to manage your idle villager time. Like it's all part of a very important like delicate balance, right? Like when you have so many people gathering food from such a high, from such a fast resource to gather from, like, you're gonna have an imbalance in your economy, right? In the meantime, though, we see Owlogram, right? He's pushing, doing some small raiding. This is what I like to see. A lot of new players are afraid to do some raiding, afraid to do some damage to their opponent. Partially due to, like, you know, the APM required, but I think it's super important to push out with your units. You know, key is not to lose them. But overall, I think a lot of players like just sit in their base and wait to lose, right? And so just this little inkling of two guys coming in, raiding, and trying to kill some villagers is a great initial sign for me. And look at this, he's going to be able to get one of the villagers from Sam. Villager population 27 to the 25. And, you know, it's not like he's not building villagers in the meantime, right? He's got 25 villagers to the 28, so not too bad. Only issue is that's just not enough bowmen here. So Owlogram doing a pretty good job of balancing, you know, his economy with the needs of with the need to raid. He's got a decent army composition, right? Obviously, Persia is much better in Age 2 than. Yeah, Persia's much better in Age 2 than Celts are, but overall, I think, yeah, same imbalance is still occurring. I'm not sure where these villagers are now. Ah, here they are. They're up here, but still a ton more food than necessary, and he doesn't have the wood. He's only got 8 guys on wood without. Oh, and he has gotten the upgrades. Fantastic. Good. But he's really struggling for wood right now. He needs to drop down a second town center desperately, and the longer that happens, well, I say that, but Sam's not even producing any more villagers. Like, so maybe the Owlogram doesn't need to. Maybe he doesn't need to TCs. Not yet, I guess. The issue is just, Sam, 30 population ahead, and at this point of the game, especially with these counter units, it's gonna be not the best. You never want to have thousands of resources at 8 minutes in the game. That means you're not spending them where you could be, right? Alright, here they come. I like this from Owl. Very smart. He's going to at least come around the side. A lot of good pot shots here, but even with the Asabara going onto the slingers, there's just not enough. The 5 slingers were destroying the army of the Owlogram. Let's see here. Has he spotted the second TC? No, he hasn't. See Sam's vision just out of the range. I think by the time he gets to this last house, he'll see it. Might begin to target it now. And yes, he does see it now. But it might be too late. Yeah, it's going to be a bit too late, I think. Oh, but there's only 4 villagers building it. Gonna be so close, and it is so close. He needs more villagers. Oh no, he's rung the door. He's rung the bell. That's not good, and now he's just streaming units in. You can't do that. He's gonna lose his second town center, and I think that's all she wrote. With the Spearman Champion doing extra damage to buildings, and with the counter units here from Celts. Owlogram is going to Age 3, but he's down now almost 15 villagers, or more than 15 villagers, and down in population. So it's not looking too hot. Not looking too hot. The Sparabara mixed in is a good addition. But the more he loses these acid bars so quickly to the spearman with 4.8 times bonus cavalry damage. Like, it's super quickly how much they it's impressive how quickly they kill Asabara. It's also impressive how quickly they die, but for the time being, seems like this is the composition that can end the Owlograms' first ever game in the Community Challenge. But again, every player gets rewards just for playing, right? I think the Owlogram is going to be walking away with, let's see here, make sure I'm not misquoting. Yeah, 20,000 coins, 350 Empire points, and 500 Sparta points. So, GG. And the more you play, right, the better you play, or the more you play, as well as having a VOD like this to review and see your gameplay and, you know, see from an observer's point of view on how you could improve and where the openings are, then the better you're gonna get. So I think that's it. Like, and Sam did a great job of building an army fast, which is exactly what you need to do. And yeah, that's exactly what you need to do. But let's take a look at these post-game stats. It looks like, you know, score was very even in the mid-game, and that was because Sam just wasn't using his double TC production like he should have been. You see here, like, that's the trajectory you should be seeing, but instead he was basically producing one villager at a time, and then had long spans of not producing villagers. He was also floating a lot of resources, right? Maybe didn't need as much gold as he was gathering, but GG.